So trying to, talking bamboo is a rapidly renewable product. Countertop like this one has recycled aluminum in it, so it's a way to recycle aluminum shavings. It's made up of aluminum shavings with a polyester or acrylic epoxy to hold it together. And then the other side is indoor air quality. So making sure that the products that you bring into your home have good indoor air quality. The houses and the buildings that we're building nowadays are more energy efficient, which is great. But at the same time, you're locking in more of the windows are more airtight, the door seals are better, and the house doesn't breathe as much as like the old they used to do years ago. So it's even more important nowadays to be aware of what kind of products you're bringing into your house. That new paint smell, that new carpet smell people love. These are toxic VOCs that you're breathing in, so you want to try to limit that. So all of our products, we try to select products that will meet certain criteria. Certificate shows a lot of the certificates that they have. Green Guard will test emissions of adhesives, paints. A lot of some countertops that we have are kind of a composite, cultured stone, if you will, a made stone out of maybe quartz, or like this countertop here out of the aluminum shavings. And so a lot of times you want to make sure that the adhesives that they're using are Green Guard certified. That they're not going to be the off-gassing toxic chemicals. Another one is Green Label Plus. This is for carpets. CRI, it stands for Carpet and Rug Institute, and it's the highest standards that they have set for indoor air quality. So if you're looking to do a synthetic carpet, you want to try to make sure that it has that Green Label Plus, so that it meets indoor air quality standards. Other ones for resource conservation, things like FSC stands for Forest Stewardship Council. It's a third-party system that regulates that forests are being sustainably harvested. It actually tracks it's kind of a chain of custody type of thing, so it tracks them from the forest to the mill where they're cut down into your raw wood, then to the factory where they're turned into flooring and stuff like that. And at each point they have to be FSC certified. The wood's banded, it has certificates to it. You'll have a chain of custody number that goes along with it. So if you're looking at putting in a new wood floor, you're looking at building some cabinetry or whatever, trying to source out material that's FSC certified, so you can do a wood floor, but make sure that it's being sustainably harvested. The system's great. You can check them out online. It's fsc.org, and they even take into account fair labor practices, indigenous people's rights. So it's not just knowing that your wood is coming from a sustainably harvested forest, but also that they're taking into account other issues as well. It's a great system. Issues from like the cork flooring that we're standing on here. Cork is both of those actually down each side there are it's a renewable resource. Basically, it's the bark of the cork oak, which is indigenous to Spain and Portugal, and they basically cut off the bark and then it grows back. And so all the trees that they most of the cork comes from are from these old family farms that have been harvested for generations. So they have a vested interest too in not just cutting out, damaging the tree when they harvest the cork. They want to be able to harvest it the next season. So that's kind of after Katrina, the hurricane. A lot of people were moved into these FEMA trailers, and they were just made with it's all particle board and cheap carpet and stuff like that. People get sick a lot of times from the formaldehyde that's off gas, and they add formaldehyde to adhesives to increase its life or whatever, but it also off gas, and that's what you're breathing in. So that's one of these things. So the cork's one thing that's a great product. It has a thermal regulating quality, so cork will stay about 71 degrees. So great in bathrooms, kitchens, bedrooms. I mean, when you wake up in the morning, you walk into the kitchen to get a cup of coffee, it's going to be nice and warm, versus a cold, tile floor. Also, if you drop something on it, cork has what they call its self-healing quality. So like if you pull a cork out of a wine bottle, instantly like it expands back to its original size, and you got to fight to get it back inside the bottle. Same type of thing. You drop something on the cork floor, it absorbs the shock and bounces back.
Well, that's really cool.
Also, if you were in the kitchen and you were standing for a long period of time, having that soft floor to stand on, you drop something, less likely to break on a cork floor versus like a tile floor because it has that kind of spongy quality. It also has a sound dampening quality. So they'll actually put cork on the walls in music studios, music halls to dampen sound when they don't want it to go. So it has some qualities, kind of like a carpet, you know, softness, warmth, sound dampening, but then if you spill something on it, you can just wipe it out. And this company here, Eco Timber, is a really great company. They come out, come out with these guys here. This is actually, this type of flooring is a strand woven poplar. Poplars are very soft wood, very fast growing, but usually you never use it as flooring because it's so soft. But this is actually the veneers of furniture making. So it's poplar veneers from furniture making, and they compress it together and they make flooring out of it. So it's all these scrap pieces. So it's like a product that's from recycled from old furniture, from furniture making. So that's a great product. This company kind of has this is their product exclusively, but they have a couple of different colors here. It's not definitely not the cheapest floor we have, or it's pretty high. It's kind of high end when it comes to price, but it's a great product because it's recycled. It's funny, I had some clients in here, and they wanted some natural paints, and I was showing them some of the natural paints. I said, "Oh, we have milk-based paints," and like, "Oh no." I said, "Well, why? Why don't you want to use milk-based paints?" They're, "Oh, we're vegan," so they didn't want to use milk-based paints because it was something that it was against their belief to use anything that came from animals, So they didn't want to use milk-based paints, which was interesting.
I
I'd never thought of it that way.
About the milk-based paint.
Yeah.
Like I was told that cows are the largest polluters in the entire world.
Oh yeah.
Up to 1/5 of the world's pollution is caused by cows.
Yeah. I've heard some crazy statistics by it.
So how is that like kind of going green with the milk paint?
I mean, there's less chemicals in there. It is the old way they used to make paints back in the day.
Right.
A lot of these old furniture pieces you'll look at actually were finished with milk-based paints. But I mean, there's definitely like drawbacks to it. I mean, it definitely has more of a chalky feel to it, and you can put a clear finish over it to give it more resilience. But like Tom Sawyer, Huck Finn, which one was whitewashing the fences? And that's
Tom Sawyer got everybody else to do it.
Yeah, that's what it was. And so it was, that was probably just milk-based paint back at the time. You would just they're whitewashing it, and you'd have to do that every year pretty much because it would just wash away. But that's pretty much what we're using. But yeah, I mean, there's always that debate. We love to have debates like that. What is green? Like what's more green than something more green than something else? This countertop here is an acrylic, a petroleum-based product. But it has recycled content. It's better than just a straight acrylic countertop. But it has there's definitely
within somebody else's price range.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have countertops made out of compressed paper. Maybe those are more green, or the glass ones are more green. You kind of have that debate on what's more green. If that concrete countertop is made here closer, there's less carbon footprint, there's less waste. Is that more green?
You